today, right now, right here, I kind of want to talk about the small little like debate that's been going on in Spellbreak for a long time. It hasn't been like a very, and that is the whole, should Spellbreak focus on more of the competitive scene versus the more casual audience, right? And me personally, I'm just going to come out and say I'm a little biased. I think of myself as a like comp casual person who likes to dip his toes in the comp scene every now and then, because like I like to play games with the idea of getting better and to have fun, but mainly to get better a little bit every now and then. And the best way to get better is to play against people who are better than you, right? I don't really have the goal of being the best player, just because that requires so much like time commitment that I just don't have, honestly. But it's still an interesting debate, and both sides have like solid arguments at the end of the day, right? And I personally think the answer to this question isn't either or, it's both, right? And that's easier said than done, right? To create a game that's both casually pleasing, especially if it's like a shooter type of game, which Spellbreak is kind of a shooter type of game, right? And that's kind of tricky. And I think another game that we can look at for an example on how you manage both is Fortnite. They're the best at doing it, right? Fortnite's a very sweaty game. Like, all BRs are quite sweaty at the end of the day, believe it or not. Like, BRs in their nature, where only one person or one team wins, that's a very sweaty undertaking to do, where you got to be better than like 99% of the other people who are playing the game, right? But the way Fortnite does it is like they have different types of game modes. They have like creative items in the game too, right? But Fortnite's like one of the harder BRs too as well, because the whole building mechanic makes the skill ceiling high, but it's still a very casual game that people are willing to sink their teeth into. And one way they appeal to the casual audience are the limited time game modes. And I'm talking about early Fortnite. I'm not talking about recent Fortnite, because I haven't played Fortnite recently, but early Fortnite, like when they had 50v50, disco domination, game modes like that, which were a lot more casual, were something that my roommates in college really loved to play, right? Like whenever we will squad up, they're like, let's play some 50v50. Let's do some disco domination, because they're like, it's more fun. You feel like you're contributing more as well, right? Oops. And I feel like that's something that Spellbreak never really tried to do, right? Like Proletariat tried to do a lot of things to cater to the casual market. And yes, they had Clash, but Clash wasn't like a legit game mode at all, right? It was TDM light, and I think having like a legit TDM mode would help with casual players for sure. Alright. But they can get creative, right? They can have like Frostborn only, where your frost shots bounce off of walls and there's like more gravity and whatnot. That's a very casual thing where it's easier to hit frost shots in that kind of game mode. And there's a lot of gamers out there who just love to snipe. How far away is the zone? Zone's kind of far. I haven't been doing a lot of looting. Let's loot a little bit, right? Or they can even go to like Verdant Estate where the maze is. They can just make that bigger and then like turn off no levitation. And you have to fight in that small zone, right? Where there'd be like less AoE and stuff like that. That'd be like fun, creative, like LTMs that they can pull off. I'm not trying to deal with you guys again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Wardens. Right? And I think that's a lot better than the things that they've tried to do to entertain with like the casual market. Oh yeah, I don't have alacrity. Like TDM would be awesome, capture the flag would be awesome, but get a little creative, you know? And like the reason why, and they also need to be in rotations, right? In my opinion, if they're able to do LTMs. Because one thing I've noticed in Spellbreak's very brief history in gaming is that whatchamacallit, that when there's a new game mode, everybody likes to flock to that new game mode. It sparks life, which is why I personally think like a new game mode is probably a new impactful and fun game mode is probably more important than a gauntlet. Both are good. I would like to have more gauntlets and more game modes, but just based on what we've seen with the introduction of Clash, Dominion, and even with like duels being unlocked and locked again, it shows that people want game modes. Game modes can really can give a game like Spellbreak life, is what I'm trying to say. Right? Because I remember when duos was locked, and then when it got unlocked back in, I think, like February or March or whatever, everybody flocked back into duos, right? Duos was the new sensation on the block for about 2 or 3 weeks because it had that new game mode smell, right? And then after a while, it became obsolete. Same thing happened with Clash. It was that game mode. It had that new game mode smell that everybody and their mamas wanted to play. And then after a few weeks, no one was playing Clash. Well, let me not say no one. The queue times for Clash were a lot longer. It felt a lot more empty because people were actually quitting midway through Clash matches as well. There was a lot of quitters. And like you can't really blame them because it got stale. And having it being a limited time game mode keeps that a little bit fresh. Similar to how Fortnite did it, in my opinion. Right? Another thing that I think would be nice is if they also focus on the competitive integrity of the game, right? I understand the need for AoE, for dot damage, for all of that stuff. But I think it's too frequent in Spellbreak. There's other games like Overwatch, even Valorant, which I've been playing. They have like AoE abilities, they have CC stuff, but those are tied to like cooldowns. Usually you can only use them once per round. Same thing with Overwatch. I personally never played Overwatch, but a lot of people who have, they say like certain ultimate abilities and CCs, it isn't something that you can do in every engagement, right? There's cooldowns, the cooldowns are long and stuff like that. And I think maybe Proletariat should adopt a system similar to it. The only problem is that sorceries are the source of a lot of AoE. And a lot of classes like Tox and Tempest rely on sorceries for movement. Oh man, it's always so hard to hit above me. So we're both healing up. I didn't even know I was behind that rock. Yeah, there you go. Then you're gonna run away to heal up. How did that still hit me?
Head inwards. The spell storm is moving.
And then you're gonna run away. He's so lucky I don't have alacrity. And then he's gonna heal up. Let's go. Are you gonna keep running away? Yep, you are. Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, like I was saying, if Proletariat could find a way to like reduce the amount of dot damage, AoE, and like just cheesy damage in this game overall, I think that would be better for the game. And then like the way you can like pertain to casuals is just have game modes that are very casual, like the ones I mentioned, like the Frostborn only, where your frost shots bounce off of stuff, or just make the maze inverting a state larger and no levitation to have people just fight in the maze. That would be very very chaotic and fun to do. Oh my goodness. Like, I can't believe that actually hit me twice. This is. Oh my goodness. I'm about to die here.
Get moving, Breaker. The spell storm's coming.
There we go. That was a lot closer than it needed to be. At least we got all this loot. Lord of water. Oh my goodness, here we go again. Of all times for you to come. Of all times for you specifically to come. And then you have flight.
Get moving, Breaker. The spell storm's coming.
And then you're gonna fly again.
Move quickly. The storm's closing in.
Woo! Oh my goodness, that was a lot harder than it needed to be. Man, that was tough. I didn't even get to say everything I wanted to say. But it is what it is. We got our dub. That was a lot more sweatier than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel. Let me know all that jazz. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you guys later. Oh my goodness, you guys don't know. My heart was beating towards that last engagement, bro. Because I was like, I know I'm better than this guy.